Well, guys, it finally happened. I think I've watched the greatest movie I've ever seen or ever will see in my entire life. Now, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about the movie Obsession. Now, I went over the review scores like a week ago. The reviews came out really early. It's got like a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Even that doesn't do it justice. There's going to be a lot of spoilers throughout me talking about this movie. I'm not even going to go in any particular order or just read the synopsis to you or anything. I'm just going to shoot from the cuff and talk about whatever comes to mind when discussing this movie, because I legitimately have to tell you, this is my all-time favorite movie I've ever watched in my life. And I know what you're thinking. This is a knee-jerk reaction to a great movie, right? No. I legitimately will not move from this position come tomorrow morning, because what I seen was an 11 out of 10 movie. The first ever, for me, an 11 out of 10 movie. It's like they took anything I ever wanted from a movie, sucked it from my brain, and put it on screen. Every single scene was done with masterful directing, writing, acting, everything. And if I haven't already glazed it enough, I'm going to glaze it some more. So if you like this kind of content, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Because I got to get it off my chest, because I'm going to be thinking about this movie for a long time. Now, for those of you who don't know, Halloween was my all-time favorite movie in basically my entire life. The original Halloween. It still has the best music, for sure. That's one thing it's definitely got over Obsession. But this was better. It's better than Psycho. It's better than Smile. It's better than Midsommar, The Conjuring, Insidious. Name it. Any franchise. It's better than any other movie that's in any other genre, to me. Maybe not to you. And if you have seen the movie, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But we got to talk about what actually happened in the movie, okay? So get ready for the spoilers. I'm going to go in any direction I want. It's not even from the beginning necessarily, okay? So the very first thing I want to talk about is my all-time favorite scene from what is now my all-time favorite movie, okay? The main character, Bear or Baron, I'm not even sure. He's sitting in the car with Sarah, a chick that, he works with that actually has a crush on him legitimately. And basically, he's already broken the one-wish willow, and a lot of crazy other shit happened. But I want to talk about this scene first. So I knew it was coming. I knew what was coming. I anticipated it. I was braced for it. I knew she was going to come like a bat out of hell, bust through the window, and I even guessed that she was going to smack Nikki, the main actress or whatever, that she was going to bash Sarah's head in the steering wheel. I already fucking knew it. Because that movie is so simpatico with what I'm thinking, right? Not saying I guessed every scene, because there's definitely surprises. Despite the fact that, one, I knew it was coming, and two, I am a seasoned veteran of horror movies that doesn't jump at shit anymore, right? Been watching horror movies for over 3 decades. Usually I just like a good story, right? And this is definitely a good story we're going to get into. Despite all that, I visibly, audibly jumped out of my seat and gasped. It was done so well. And that's just one of many scenes that I can look to and go, that's fucking great. Whether it was them cuddling in bed and he goes to simply roll over and she yells. It's done so well. Whether it's the realization that he's eating his cat in a sandwich, or whether they're hanging out with their friends and she laughs very unhinged and she's acting weird and she tells this poetic story that has everybody in the room feeling awkward. the way that he's supposed to kiss the girl to his left, and she gets upset, and everybody's calm in the room, and she just simply moves the chair of the girl out of the way. The awkward, tense moments. This movie kept intensity throughout the entire film. This movie loved to live in the uncomfortable. It knew exactly how to prey on people's sensibilities. Right from the jump. How often, especially if you're a guy or whatever, how often do you think, oh man, I want to get with this chick, right? And you can sympathize with the main character at first, right? And then you also can see points where you're thinking, man, this is where I would have cut it off, or this is where I would have tried to do something sooner. And you're like, is this guy crazy himself a little bit? So it obviously blurred the lines. But, I don't think you were kind of rooting for him, but it's kind of like, he's kind of weird too. This group of friends felt authentic. They felt real. They felt like there was a real disturbance going on with this new relationship, and I liked that. I thought every character played their role really well, especially Nikki. It's everything from the way she smiled to the way she moved. There's even a scene where she goes backwards and it looks so unnatural and weird. And what I think makes this movie even better than, let's say, something like a Smile, is in Smile, what's going on is that person's mind is getting fucked with, and what they're seeing isn't real. Everything that happens in this movie is real as fuck, right? It's real as fuck. There's nothing looking supernatural about it other than the wish being granted and her acting weird, but her acting weird isn't in his mind or a trick or anything. It's just happening to him, which I appreciate, right? I do want to talk about the ending. I have other things to talk about, but I'm going to skip to the ending for this reason. I am actually a fan of tragic endings, okay? I do think a lot of movies have happy endings, and they're good movies, right? But we don't get the tragic ending enough. That's one of the reasons why I liked Woman in the Yard. I liked that ending, because you could view it as the tragic ending, even though that movie actually sucked. But this movie had the tragic ending. He basically takes the pills. He dies. She's about to pull the trigger. She snaps out of it. And she's crying as the credits roll. Genius. There should be no sequel, no prequel, no shit like that. There probably will be because money talks. But this is perfect. This is the perfect movie, literally. The pacing was great. The runtime was just straight on point. It's a slow burn throughout the whole movie, but the whole movie's good. There isn't a single dull moment in it. Okay? I also really like the scene where he's talking to her, and he thinks, all right, we got it all figured out. He turns around, and the door is taped shut. And then it gets even better. He leaves, and she sits there still smiling, just sitting there, just standing there, and then she pisses herself. He comes home, and she has shat herself. That shit is fucking unhinged and great, and I love it. I'm here for it. That's just an example, okay? There are so many examples of these crazy-ass scenes that go on. And it does play on people's sensibilities for this reason as well. Some people have been in stalkerish relationships, right? In or out of them. And it plays on that sensibility. Or you've noticed that with a friend, and it plays on that sensibility as well. So this, to me, I can't conceive how you can make this movie any better than it was. Now, 11 out of 10 is quite a score. I've never given it out before to a movie. I've given it out to one game. That was Xenoblade Chronicles 3. This was the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 of movies for me. It's above a 10. A 10 doesn't even do it justice. So I have to give it an 11. So please forgive me, bear with me, try to understand why I give this an 11. But anyway, Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I also wanted to point out the little bit of comedy that was in here, just enough. A little bit of levity was here and there. Um, the shopkeepers just knowing the One Wish Willow actually works, and the guy Bear comes in covered in blood, and they're like, oh yeah, it happens. The nonchalant way they act about the One Wish Willow being real was fucking funny to me. And when Ian breaks his One Wish Willow and asks for $1 billion, it's just immediately raining billions of dollars in front of them, which is fucking funny. Obviously, he went over there. He ended up getting shot. Um, but no, I can't recommend this movie enough. Like literally. So yeah, I'm enough and hums and I just gonna say check out the movie. Okay, check it out for yourself. Figure it out. Let me know in the comments below if you love it. I'm gonna watch this every year. I'm gonna watch it as soon as it goes on demand. I'll probably watch it every Valentine's Day. Literally, no joke. It's gonna be a Valentine's Day staple for me. Every year, without a doubt. So anyway, that's it, guys. See ya.